Hello my dear viewers, welcome to this coffee cup reading. This coffee cup is for all Virgo and it's for the month of July, a little bit over 2026. My dear Virgo, this reading is about different areas of your life, everything that you need to know. What's happening, what's coming, what's hidden, and so much more. I'd like to welcome you to the channel, I'd like to welcome you to this reading, and I'd like to convey my best wishes to each and every one of you. My gratitude to those of you who are supporting me and watching the videos, or watching those extra videos, let's say, per week. My dear Virgo, your coffee cup looks incredible. As always, there is just, wow, so many avenues, so many pathways, so much change is coming in your life. Oh wow, bridges crossing and starting new life in some way here. Okay, but we'll see as I go along. I'd like to let you know, for those of you who are new to the coffee cup, I do meditate prior, and I'm given a lot of information which I'll write down on a piece of paper and deliver to you at the end of this reading, so stay tuned for that. My dear Virgo, something strange has happened that hasn't happened in 6 years of the time I've been doing coffee, that the initials were removed for every sign. They got removed completely. I wasn't given any at all. For some I was given numbers, but in this one there is no numbers, but there's no initials. The initials were removed completely. So I just wanted to let you know about that and leave this one over here on the side, put my glasses on. You can comment. I'd love to get your opinion as to why do you think the initials of names was removed. I wasn't given an explanation, just the fact that all signs never got any. So that I found very bizarre. Now I'm going to start with this reading. Let's have a look at what's happening. It looks to me that I see. Right. It seems like there is something that you are feeling distracted about, or sad about, or not happy about. And it looks to me like it is a temporary situation. That's the beautiful thing about it. And I was trying to work out what it is, but it looks like the sadness is because that maybe you're sick and tired of being away from someone, being far from someone, maybe physically being far from them, not living in the same place, or maybe there's distance, or maybe there's a process that's keeping you apart, or there could be a third party like a child or something, or there may be something, or there could be a family situation where you're not there being able to live together, or something like that. Whatever it may be, it's a temporary situation. That's the good news. So it's ending, it's changing. So that means this sadness is going to be changing according to what's happening next. I think we'll find out more as we go along. It does look like some of you are going to be, those of you who are single, are going to meet someone maybe who does possess great leadership qualities, and you'll be inspired by this person, and there's going to be major changes happening at the time you meet this person. I do feel, however, some of you are regretting a situation. Now, these different Virgos, don't forget, different years of birth, so they all may be going through different things. Some of you are maybe feeling a bit let down or regretting over the past few months, maybe some action, something that's been happening, some challenges. But focusing on your commitment is the best way to go. There are situations that are tangled up. I see problems, I see complications, but these circumstances are all to do with learning, I think, expanding, and also, no, it's more than that. I see, I get it now. Most of these problems are to do with burdens, baggage, stuff that comes from the past, regret, issues that have happened in the past, maybe that are carried forward. There's a lot of that happening, and it looks to me like things are going to get better. If you pay attention to your well-being, to your health, you'll be able to surpass these matters and overcome them all. I do see earth energy here very strong. Someone like yourself that is very practical and very grounded and very dutiful. Sometimes things you see between you and them are stuck and there may be conflict, but yes, this person is methodical in their way, and sometimes you find that there is conflict because of maybe because of they're dutiful, they do a lot of obligations, and that could be part of it. Mind you, I feel like these are all different Virgos going through different things. But ultimately, you've got to pay attention to health if you're feeling unwell, number one. Number two, if anything from the past, baggage, burdens, feelings of guilt, shame, regret, anything like that, you have to be careful and put that in the past. Don't let it interfere in your life now. Now I see a major transition happening around the moon, and the moon is about a lot of revelations that are bringing on an ending to a chapter. A very karmic chapter ends. Don't let pride stand in your way in any way. I do see pride. It might be causing some challenges, especially if you're starting something new. I feel like the revelations are showing you where you're supposed to be going. There's a lot of learning, a lot of teaching was there with this karmic situation, but this karmic situation is coming to an end. Especially I feel like those Virgos who are not born under the sign of Virgos, but you might be an ascendant. This might be happening to the ascendants. Ascendant Virgos rather than the sun signs. Karmic chapter ending, because a lot of Virgos sun signs are starting new chapters, so it can also relate to that too. Yeah, they end the chapter and start a new one, but a karmic chapter is ending, and from that there was a lot of change, a lot of learning, and you will feel a sense of freedom, a sense of happening, and you're crossing major boundaries and getting prepared for something wonderful. I do see your intuition has been trying to tell you that changes are coming, and now finally they are. You're taking a stand from something and putting your foot down and fighting for some boundaries, and you're getting it. There's a triumph, there's a major victory over troubles and obstacles, and you're doing well. Now there is something that all of a sudden might happen. This something that's going to happen all of a sudden, don't let it bring you down. Stand strong, set your boundaries, and it might be a little bit you might find yourself spending a lot. You might have some financial issues, but ultimately money is coming. You don't have to worry. But you need to know one thing, that you need to keep going. Don't let anything happening that happens all of a sudden take away your intention, where you're heading, your goals. Keep going. Money blocks are there, I can see that, but the money blocks are going to be removed. That's another good thing. There's the removal of money blocks right after, from October onward, there's a lot happening. You're joining finances with someone, you're becoming stronger, with someone that loves creating change, and someone that you are very proud of, someone that you really care about. I see a lot of stability, a sense of freedom and stability happening here. And it's starting sort of from July. Yeah, July is very big, or could be connected to someone that is Leo. They've got Leo or Cancer in them. I do see July also very strong here. I also see that there is stability coming with this person, a lot of stability. And you'll start feeling that, understanding all that around July. Something big in July. It says here, make sure that you are a little bit patient, because there's a lot happening. So much. You just gotta be patient, and you'll see that having faith is going to help you move on from all of these difficulties, and you are going to have stability. You are going to have fortune. You're going to have an increase in material wealth. And there's spiritual growth for many of you. Your intuition has been telling you over and over and over, and you're finally going to see it. But don't lose faith. Have faith, because things are transpiring and you are becoming very comfortable. Good fortune is coming to you. Increase in wealth is coming. A lot of success is on its way, and a great new window opens up for you. Now, this new opportunity, you need to be shrewd and use your resourcefulness in business if you're starting a business, but also you need to be very cautious. And the cautiousness here is the way you express yourself. You need to have tactfulness and slowly sort of like to reach your desired goal, but you got to know how to express yourself. Don't be too direct. There's something that, or someone that's a bit codependent on you. This situation has been too much, a little bit controlling. It's going to come to an end. Your shrewdness, your resourcefulness, and your methods, expertise is going to get you to the next level. Something is ending. And this situation was very controlling and very addictive, or someone that was addictive to you. Something like that is ending for sure. I do see an end of a matter and the starting of a new one, which you need to have. Well, you had a lot of empathy, but there may have been some deception. You might have seen through that. So you've got to be very careful in regard to something that you're starting. Try to get more information if you can. If you're buying property, if you're buying a business, if you're dealing with someone that's a bit controlling, try to get information as much as you can. You are making a deal, sort of like a pact deal with someone, and this is to do with partnerships, business or love. It's like, you surrender this and I'll accept you, I'll surrender this. It's that kind of a deal, and you're both agreeing, there's agreement, and that's really wonderful because that's going to support your connection. There is an end of a situation that was very complicated, and you will do everything right by this situation. It was a complicated situation because there was so much that had to be done. And in September, you're finding that you're finding your calling in September. Something you wanted to do, something you always wanted, you're finally going to be able to do it. There's a sense of satisfaction that comes from something, that you've done well, or you finally find what you can do well. A major twist happens, and abundance is going to support you to be able to take action. Oh my goodness. Is it my foot is shaking this? I'm sorry. Okay. Is it still shaking? What's shaking it? I'm so far from it. Okay. As I was saying, shaking, taking action. You're moving and taking action and being able to do something. Because of the abundance that's coming to you, a lot of money is coming to you, and you're able to take action and do something that you love doing, something that you're great at, something that's your calling. You're finally able to do this. And I feel like it's taking place maybe September. Not maybe, 100%. I got September. Something happening in August and then September. It's happening all in September. You are going to be in so much gratitude. I see so much gratitude as you cross over to this level of leaving difficulties behind, and you're celebrating, and gratitude all together, mingled together. You are going to be loving where you're heading. I feel like there was an egotistical situation with someone that was ego that's coming to an end. There's wellness and success in what you're doing. There's a lot of success, a lot of happiness. And I feel like the light, the sun is shining in your path and bringing you radiance and support in everything you're doing. Everything. But nevertheless, I am seeing also there is someone here that could be falling ill. Someone that is born under the Chinese year of the ox buffalo here. Very strong. There could be somebody that might be ill, or they may be passing. There is a possibility of that. I do also see a coffin, which is very interesting. And there's transformations, a major change happening here. This could be a little bit challenging. This could be shifting some things around. But I feel like forgiveness is there. Saying goodbye. Recognizing, being worried a little bit, recognizing the situation. This is all to do with faith and destiny. You've got to be careful at this point in time. Maybe this is about timing, where there may be a loss. You've got to be very careful. The loss could be loss, or could be decay. There could be something to do with illness. Just pay attention to that. You're overcoming obstacles without a doubt. There's a lot of wealth that's supporting you. There's self-love. Some of you are starting your own business. You're taking charge. Some of you are given positions of power where you are the leader or the manager. There's a lot of that happening. But there's a lot of forgiveness and endings here at this time. Somebody wants to let their guard down, either yourself, maybe it's you. You want to let your guard down, and with this person. But then instead of letting your guards down to be able to say what you feel, you find yourself, you start lashing out and defending yourself. That's because you feel like you don't have the freedom to say what you want. Maybe you know that it won't be accepted. It'll be mocked or disregarded, and that's, that makes you angry. So I feel like because of self-love here, you are gonna try to have the freedom of overcoming a problem, that you can't be yourself and say it the way it is. You are going to be caught up in a lot of money matters. Money is coming to you, small amounts, big amounts, major wealth, fortune. You're going to be so busy creating so much revenue in so many things that you're doing, starting a business, making progress, that you'll forget about these little minor details, because maybe you'll realize that sometimes you can't always be yourself or tell the truth. To some people, they don't know how to react to it, they don't know how to deal with it. But I am seeing something really exciting happening, something big and major, excitement. And it's happening within, bear with me, I just need one drop of water. It's happening around October, something big, September, October happening here. Why I say that is because why I'm saying that, there's a reason. September, October, November. Okay, so I've got 3 months from now, and I'm doing this reading in June for July. So July, August, September. It should be September, October. Something big happening. I feel October more than anything else. September is there too, because I saw September before, so I'll say September, October. It's the Libra Virgo season. It's your season, my dear Virgo, especially those Virgos who have got Libra in them. So Virgo Libra season, it's September, October, something major happening. It's an exciting event. It's like an event of a lifetime. It's going to mean the world to you, something major. And with that comes a great victory. You won a great victory over something magical. Now there's also treasure here, a golden treasure, which is going to bring you worry-free money. You'll have so much of it. So much money is coming from this excitement event. You're making a lot of money, and this is going to give you're going to feel so abundant and so nurtured and so cared for. There's so much growth and self-development because of this wealth. So much you're doing. Success brings you freedom, material comfort, security, protection, wealth, all of it. And it is this that's making you really control your life and be able to be and live the life you want without listening to others, without paying attention to what everybody else wants. You are going to be able to do your own thing. You're standing at the beginning of an amazing love journey at the same time, and you're dealing with someone that's very hardworking, very reliable, and very gentle. I see 2 beautiful swans together. You're merging your energies together. There's a lot of love, a lot of healing. And I see the letter S for sweet. I see the letter B here. Oh my goodness, I started seeing letters. They took the letters away and I'm seeing them now. I see the letter I. Okay, so S for sweet, B for butterfly, I for indigo, and A for Antarctica. I also see J for Japan and T for Tower. Interesting. The swans that I see here, they look like soulmate connection, a twin flame connection, something really deep, a soul connection that's going to be so spectacular. You are going to be happy, overwhelmed. I also see a carefree time where you're planning and having fun and probably honeymooning for some of you, planning a honeymoon, planning a romantic trip away. There's something like that. Solid foundations, without a doubt, success and effort being put into solid foundations. How wonderful is that? I love that. Okay, now a different subject completely. This is about karmic ties. Having karmic ties sometimes can come into the new life that you enter from, like, it depends on different people. Somebody feels controlled by people around them and they don't like it. They don't like it, and it's pushing them to find their own power again. This could be you or someone. I feel like there's going to be a lot of change around you, and that will contribute to you cutting ties from a lot of people that are controlling. This may bring a little bit of conflict, a little bit of disruption, but there are resolutions. This could be happening to you or your partner or someone close to you. Communications are very important at this time. You need to communicate well and really say what you feel. That's the only way to deal with this. Even though maybe you're afraid to be yourself, maybe you're afraid, maybe you got too many factors that you want to talk about. Maybe there's a new perspective that you want to share it, but you're a bit afraid. Something about karmic ties, all about karmic ties here. And this is all happening between October, November, freedom. Some of you feel that you're giving your power away to people in your life, and now you're learning to set boundaries. And that could be affecting your current situation. As you go on, there'll be a lot of learning. Family issues are going to be discussed. It's time for you to ground yourself. I feel like you might be dealing with someone that's very shrewd. In some cases cunning. Maybe this is all because they want to protect themselves. So there is a lot of that happening, but it's all spiritual and it's all part of learning and expanding. I do see a very special spiritual event taking place, and it's giving you a great new beginning, a new beginning that will be so fresh from what you've had before. There's a lot of chemistry. Your intuition is telling you to have confidence, to have faith. Everything will be fine. You have nothing to worry about. Trust your inner knowing, because you feel it, and deep inside of your heart, you know that everything is going to be okay. There's a new cycle. It's excitement. There's a lot of excitement. Somebody wants to start a family with you, or you want to start a family with someone. This person has leadership situations here. This person is very much, oh my God, my throat is drying up so badly that I keep needing water. This is the 6th time I drank today. Leadership qualities in someone, very, very strong. And they are sort of like, maybe they're not ready yet to start a family, perhaps, and you want to start a family. Or maybe they don't want to take on more than they already have. They're not ready to commit very quickly. I do see a lot of chemistry between you and someone. Very, very strong chemistry. And I also see that there's something to do with their freedom. Somebody doesn't want to let go of their freedom. That's another factor. So, yeah, somebody doesn't want to let go of their freedom. And now that I've said that, let me tell you, I see earth energy around you very strong, but earth with air. I'm seeing Taurus, Libra very strong for the majority of you. Now, that's the earth energy with air. I'd love to see where the air energy is. Let's bear with me. Oh, the air energy here. What have we got? We've got Libra. Oh, yeah, Libra. There it is, Libra. There are 2 Libra. In the midst of them, there's Venus. So that makes it Taurus, Libra, 6 times for the majority. 6 for the majority of you. You'll be dealing with Taurus, Libra. Let me have a look at Virgo. We've got Virgo, Gemini, 2 Mercuries here. Very interesting. Let's go to air and see the Gemini. No, the Gemini doesn't have Virgo. How interesting, just 2 Geminis. So 2 Geminis and 4 Virgo Geminis here. That makes it 6 Virgo, Gemini. 6. And Taurus, Libra was 6. Oh my goodness. So, you know what? A lot of you are dealing with someone that is air and earth. Taurus, Libra, and Virgo, Gemini on the same level for the majority of Virgo. And then I'm going to talk about the Capricorn here. Capricorn, there's 3 Capricorn. And in the air energy, there are 3 Aquarius. But leading is earth and air together. Taurus, Libra, Virgo, Gemini. Very important. Now, as for the next one, which is very important to you, which is your fire energy, who is your soulmate, fire and water. So I'll talk about the fire. You might be dealing with someone that might be earth, air, that might have fire in them. So Sagittarius leading the way for the majority. Sagittarius. Second comes Aries and Leo on the same level. Aries, Leo on the same level. Sagittarius leading for the majority of you, my dear Virgo. That's your twin flame. Earth, Taurus, Libra with Sagittarius, twin flame. Now, if we take that and put it with water, comes your soulmate. And in the water section, what have we got? Where is the water? Here it is. Okay, so the water section looks to me like there's a lot of love here, a lot of passion. We've got Pisces. So you might be dealing with someone that might be earth and water, like Taurus, Libra with Pisces in them. Very strong Pisces for the majority of Virgo. And then comes on the same level 2 Scorpios and 2 crabs, 2 Cancers. Okay, so Pisces leading for the majority. How amazing is that? Wow, that was very direct and precise. Now, moving on to the animal kingdom, the Chinese years. Let's see, for the majority, Chinese year of the dog, Chinese year of... What is that? I'm trying to see. Just bear with me. It's the rat. Okay, the dog and the rat, very strong. The pig, the ox, buffalo, and the horse. The majority of you are going to be dealing with the horse, the ox, buffalo, the rat, the pig, and the dog. The majority of you. And then second on the ladder is the tiger, the rooster, and the sheep, goat. Interesting. Okay. Now, my dear Virgo, I'm going to pass on this information to you. I don't think I'll take water. I just had some water. Now, let's have a look. It says here, a token of protection. There's a sign. It's telling you to slow down, to relax. Okay, I did see illness issues, so somebody needs to slow down and relax. It's a token of protection, and a sign is going to be shown for you to slow down, to relax. Timing is everything. Timing is everything. Release negativity. Let go of negativity. And this, I saw this a lot, is coming from the past, the baggage, the past issues. They keep being brought into today's relationships or situations or work matters. So release all negativity, especially anything that comes from the past. Something about not invited. Okay, someone not being invited. There's a mask. There's a reason. There's something to do with deception. Maybe somebody won't be invited. Someone will be suffering. The suffering is connected to the letter H for horse and R for Rome. The mask could also be connected to the letter H for horse and R for Rome. Very strange. Okay, suffering. And then we've got Libra. Oh my God, Libra. Remember I said October, September, October. September we will show in October. Libra is very important. Libra time is October. And it could be about a partner. Your partner could be a Libra. Libra partner. Oh, interesting. Maybe there's suffering. There's suffering because they're not able to invite someone to something. Someone's name could be with H, horse, or R, Rome. Anyway, they're letting you know that there's a Libra partner here, or your partner might have Libra in it. And remember I said Libra Taurus? I said there is so much Libra Taurus and so much Virgo Gemini. So Libra, again, Libra Taurus is taken over because we have Libra here, we have partner. Luck and fortune destined for you. Libra, partner, luck and fortune coming your way. Something about April. It's all happening maybe in April 2027. April is also connected to people born in April are Aries and Taurus. Again, Taurus, Libra. We've got Taurus Libra here, not just your average Taurus. We got Libra, who's not just your average Libra. It's a Libra Taurus. And we had 6 of them. Now that makes it 8. Okay, so Libra Taurus very strong here. Something happening in April 2027. And yeah, from the time you see this reading all the way to April 2027. And it's not, it's strange that there was no numbers also. But I feel like quick success is coming and luck and fortune is coming. With April being a 4, it's all about success. And that's the end of your reading. I love that for you, my dear Virgo. Do give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. I wish you abundance of blessings and a lot of love and light. Namaste.